Hi, everybody. Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and with the lovely Sharon Scott. And for a change, we're in the same state, in the same city. Woohoo! Not together. So I'm down in Knoxville, Tennessee. Ooh, I just realized since I don't have my regular setup, I want to log on to Facebook so I could follow along with everyone. Hold on, please. Okay. Ooh, I just realized. There we go. Okay, now I'm on Facebook. How are you, Sharon?
I'm doing very, very well. I am so excited that you're in town. It just feels good to know that you're just, so close.
A hop, skip, and a jump. You can come meet me for dinner or drinks or whatever, and it's
Done.
a reality.
That's finally, yes, yes.
Well, I literally just landed not even 2 hours ago. Ran over to the hotel, quickly unpacked, sort of, kind of. Looks a little bit like, something.
Chaos.
Fix myself up because I didn't want to miss tonight. I'm so excited for my rotation that starts tomorrow. Hi, Christina. So happy to see you. I can barely speak. I've been just like running, running, running. So apologies. But yeah, so here I am. Excited for tomorrow. We have our first show kicking off at 8 p.m. tomorrow night with Melissa. And I figured it would be a good idea to give a little sneak peek. I know, Sharon, you don't have the samples because they are brand new, hot off the presses. But I figured I'll just share with everybody on my end. Hi, Betsy. Thank you so much. I always love coming back to Knoxville. I always get a warm welcome. So it's good to be in my second home or my home away from home. So I have four things that I selected as like a sneak peek. So the first one I've already shown everybody, but I want to talk about it. And it's the brand new Alexandra watch. I am absolutely in love with this watch. Actually, they did give me a quick sample, so it's probably easier to hold it up and show it to you. Look at this watch. It is so chic and classic that I'm going to be living in this watch the entire summer and beyond. The day I got it, I put it on. And to me, when I start wearing something immediately, I know that I'm in love with it. So let me tell you a little bit about this watch. So, hi Bam Bam. Bam Bam, I'm sorry, I don't have orange. Orange couldn't fit in my suitcase. He would have put me over the limit for phones. But it's his birthday tomorrow. Yeah, he's going to be 8. Okay, so the Alexandra watch is a mother of pearl dial with the sunray in the center. The mother of pearl is all etched. Hi, Amy. Thanks for getting me everything. I appreciate it. It's a soft cushion case with the berget texture. It has a pumpkin crown on the side. This is a genuine Saffiano leather strap. It has our signature buckle in the back. So it has the rope twist on the peg, all the texture and the little heart. And this is adjustable. It'll fit about a 5.5 inch wrist to about a 7.25 inch wrist. And then one of the things that I like, Sharon, about a watch like this for the summer, as much as I love my Luella watch and I wear that frequently, in the summer when it's hot, I don't want to be wearing a heavy watch. So when you're wearing an adjustable strap like this on leather, it's not quite as heavy in the heat. It's super, super comfortable.
That's beautiful. And I love the color, the freshness of the band and then that gold with it. It's, the lighter colors, the whites and the creams and gold are so classic and timeless.
I
Timeless.
I completely agree. They always talk about something being demure or refined. So when you look at a watch like this with this scale, you're getting that. You're getting a more refined watch. You're getting that quiet luxury that everyone speaks about, that gorgeous, rich aesthetic, where it looks like you spent $1 million, but we're getting it on JTV, so you know it's affordable, but really well made. So it's gold tone over stainless steel. It is quartz movement. It's 3 ATM. It does come with all the paperwork in the box. So it has a 3-year limited warranty. It has all the instructions in here if you need to, how to set the time. And also, what I like about it is that if you need to have, like, people are always saying to me, what if I need to replace my battery? Well, there's battery instructions in the box as well, which I always appreciate because I know so many people are asking me about it. So it comes in the box. But the Alexandra watch is one of those lifetime watches that you are going to invest in now and you're going to wear forever. It's not only for the summer because it just is a classic style. It's a neutral band, but for me, like, this will be my watch for the next 8 to 12 weeks every single day. I know how I am. There's no chance this is leaving my wrist. I'm absolutely going to be wearing it all the time. So this was my first sneak peek that I wanted to show everybody, give everyone a chance to see what I am loving so far. And, like, if you've been watching any of my posts the past few weeks, this has been on my wrist. I usually do pair it with a tennis bracelet. I did have it on today with my romance bracelet as well, and with another piece that I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. So that's the Alexandra watch. The other piece that I wanted to share with you is direct from Couture. It's an earring that is one of my all time favorites. It's from one of our most iconic collections. You've seen variations of it before. This is the Super Garland earring. This is one of those earrings that almost every time I go to a black tie affair on Long Island, there is undoubtedly somebody wearing this earring. And I always say to them, I hope you wear it to things other than black tie affairs, because this is that earring that you really should wear, whether it's, yes, it's great to have for a black tie occasion. I wear this out to dinner. I wear this to occasions with my friends. This is an earring that I am so excited to now have as part of my jewelry collection because I know it's going to be one of those go tos, and without a doubt, it just has so much whimsy and fun with all the movement. Let me hold it up now that I put one on.
It
on
is fun. It looks like you're ready to have a party.
Ready to have a party. You have those cascades of Belle Luce on the bottom that graduate. They're all bezel set. You have that one in the center that also is on a loop, so it's going to have movement. But this is all signature Judith Ripka. Starting at the top, you have our cherries in the center with the Belle Luce. It is encased in an arc of Pave Belle Luce. It is a post with an omega back. So it's going to sit great on your ear and it gives you a little more lobe coverage, which I really like the lobe coverage. And then you have two circles. You have the outer circle that's micro pave belluce. Then you have the inner circle, which is the berger texture. But you have more of those signature cherries in the 12, 3, 6, and 9 position, and then they connect to that inner circle with a single bezel set belluce. And then, as I mentioned, you have those additional bezel set belluces at the bottom, and you have more cherries at the bottom, but those are beaded ones. So really, it's such a signature piece. Sold in 18 karat gold and diamonds for decades. One of our best-selling dramatic earrings. Would you believe we actually had one that was larger than this that we used to call the Grande Dame? The Grand Dame, it was called the Grand Dame garland earring.
I would wear it in a
You
heartbeat. Let's bring it in. Amy, let's get it in.
Let's get it in for sure. It is so gorgeous, this earring, and so I just wanted to give you a sneak peek at that, and I was saying to Sharon before we jumped on, I like doing this because sometimes when we're on air, there is so much going on, there's so much product we need to share with you that we don't get to talk that often about the details. We don't get to share with you all the nuances. I try and I try, but sometimes it's just impossible. So I always love to share here where I can speak at slightly slower pace.
Well, and two, it's fun because our customers can ask questions and they can. That is gorgeous. It is
Isn't
So it's
Pretty.
it's glamorous, but yet it's fun. I could see you wearing that with a jean jacket or an evening gown.
Definitely, without a doubt, and that's what I love about it. It's that black tie to blue jeans and everything in between that Judith always talks about. I actually want to put the other one on, so I really love looking at this earring. I love it so much. Black tie to blue jeans, everything in between, and that's the beauty of Judith Ripka jewelry. It's not meant to sit in your safe or in your jewelry box. It's meant to be worn for everyday life. Otherwise, what's the point of having it? Why save it? Because, special occasions, every day should be a special occasion. Every
I
worth celebrating.
Mhm. Absolutely. I love it. Amy just said the quantity literally just hit the door. So we
Oh,
just
yay! Great. Thank you, Amy. I'm so happy. Yeah, because I know Betsy was telling me that I believe if I read it quickly when I right before I jumped on that she pre-ordered the Alexandra watch. I'm so excited, Betsy, that you're getting that watch. You are going to absolutely love owning it because I could see how much I'm enjoying it. So I hope you enjoy it, I should say, as much as I am.
oh, definitely everybody will.
Well, the next piece I want to share is because it has a story that I need to read most of it, and I didn't know if I'd have time to read it on air. But this is a brand new coin charm, and I see that you're wearing your coin enhancer, your coin pendant. But this is a brand new. It is a lira. It's called the bee lira. It's I don't know if you can see that there's an actual bumblebee on this lira, and the reverse is an olive branch. So this was minted to inspire the Italian people to overcome a difficult time. It was when they were coming out of an economic crisis following World War II. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. That hit also. So initially, so this was, there were two variations of this. And the first run of it was between 1946 and 1950, and they were considered provisional coins. They weren't like the official minted coin. They were in 1, 2, 5, and 10 lira. But then in the early 1950s, Italy introduced what they called a definitive coinage series, which was permanent, and it was officially designed collection that reflected the country's renewed identity and aspirations. And so this coin was minted from 1953 until 2001. So it's no longer being minted, but this is genuine. And the beauty of the bee is that it symbolizes industriousness, organization, and prosperity. So it has nice meaning behind it. It was an important part of the Italian history. And I love the meaningful story of the resilience amongst the Italians' renewal and the values that Italy hoped to cultivate in the new era after World War II. So this has a rope twist frame going around it. It has a beaded detail and it's textured on both sides, so it is reversible. You could wear it either way, although it is facing the correct way, the B, when you look at the B side, and the olive branch is upside down. I do want to point out, though, that unlike the rest of our collection, this bell does not open. There is no opening in it. It's really just a loop. So we will be presenting a box link chain that it can go on. However, if you have any of our pieces, for example, like I was wearing it on my Verona romance bracelet, what I did was I just slid mine right on to the lobster claw when I wore it today. So you're not able to put it onto a link, but you are able to slide it into the lobster claw. It gives it that same look. You could do it on the necklace as well. If you have other smaller chains, it'll fit nicely on other chains too. But I love the story behind it. And I always love when we bring you pieces from Verona. Our Italian vendor just makes the most gorgeous quality jewelry.
That I've already got it in my cart. I don't. I'm not going to hit. Uh, I'm going to have to ask Amy. Amy, is it cheating if I go ahead and get it? New arrival, right there. I've already got it pulled up. So excited. That's beautiful. I love coins.
I
What
love coins. too. Love coins. I'm such a huge fan of them. So pretty. Okay. So that is the bee enhancer. Then I have one more piece that I want to share with everybody. And again, I have notes because a lot of these things just hit. So I want to make sure I have all my facts right. So I'm going to take off these earrings, or one of them, because the next thing I want to show you is another earring. I'm going to put one on and I'll show you the other one. Okay, and there's a trick to these earrings that I've learned to put them on. It's a different mechanism. So, first I'm going to tell you a story before I even talk about these. So, right now is the biggest jewelry show of the year in the United States. There are two simultaneous shows going on. One is called the JCK show, the other is called the Couture show, and they both take place in Las Vegas. And it's where everybody goes, not only, jewelry brands selling their collections to retailers, but it's also a great place to, find sources for gemstones or meet new factories or get inspiration for what's happening in the world of jewelry. And so instead of being in Vegas this week like I typically would be, I'm here with everybody for the Judith Ripka Rotation. However, a couple of years ago, I was walking through the Italian pavilion because I love the craftsmanship that comes out of Italy. And I stopped at a booth because he had the most gorgeous carvings in his booth. Some of them were made of lava, which is um, genuine lava rock in all different Medusa carvings. He had like goddesses. They were beautiful, but I recognized them. I said, wait a second. When I started working for Judith, she used to use a lot of lava rocks. And so I started talking to the gentleman, and it turned out it was his father that used to sell the lava to Judith back in the 80s and 90s.
My goodness.
So we started talking, and I started looking in his case, and I said, that is the most beautiful cameo. I'm used to seeing cameos from the shell where you typically see cameo that has that like terracotta background with the white carving. Typically it's a woman's face. I mean, there's a lot of different carvings, but that's like a more traditional one. I said, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's another kind of cameo, but this is made of black agate." Black and white agate, what they do is they fuse black agate with white over it, and then expert carvers by hand carve the design into the white agate, and it then reveals the black agate.
Oh,
So I designed a piece specifically for these gorgeous, gorgeous cameos. So this one is the dancing nymph, and nymphs were minor female deities in Greek mythology associated with nature, particularly water, trees, and forests. And they're often portrayed as beautiful and graceful, embodying the essence of the natural world. They symbolize freedom and joy and a connection to nature. So I love this one. And we did a rope twist frame or bezel around the cameo. We then accented it with black spinel to tie back to the black agate, accents of bell luce. And then this earring top is fluted. It also has the black spinel with the black bell luce. And the closure on here is interesting. So to lock it in and to unlock it, you lift up slightly on the post, it'll release the back, okay? And then you just push it and you'll hear it lock close. And it's so comfortable, so easy to wear. It's beautifully finished with our heart back plate, but you can see that black agate coming through.
that is so unique and so beautiful. That's a piece of art,
It's
truly.
that well, when you think about the craftsmanship that goes into these carvings, it's really, really remarkable. And what I loved was the fact that it was different than a traditional cameo. I have so many traditional cameos because if my parents would go to Italy or my grandparents would go to Italy, inevitably the souvenir they brought home for my sister and I were cameos.
Oh,
I have all these really pretty cameos, but the settings that they're in, first of all, they're all pins, which I love pins, but they're very traditional, that Florentine look, very lacy, and not really my style. And
Mhm,
so they have sentimental value for me, so I have them, but I would never probably wear them. But this is something that I flipped over because this is a way of me wearing a cameo
mhm,
that makes sense with my aesthetic. And I
mhm,
feel like so many women love the artistry that goes into making these gorgeous cameos, but want a more modern take on it. And this is that modern take on really an art that goes back hundreds of years.
mhm, mhm. I love the stories. Heidi, de- Heidi and I both love history, and we love anything historical, and we talk about it, and we both really get excited about it. But I just picture when I see a cameo, somebody that's in the war or a sailor, and he's missing his loved one, and they would carve these
That
cameos their loved ones, to have something to remember them by and bring them back and give them to them. If people do just a tiny bit of research about some of the things that you're offering, the coins and the cameos, you just get so excited about the product because it's so beautiful and historical, has emotional meaning. It's just these cameos are beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. So it's gonna have a mate. There's also an enhancer with a different carving, but I wanted to at least be able to talk a little bit about how this came to be. Judith flipped over them when she saw them. She thought they were so gorgeous. She was so excited that we were launching this. So that made me feel good. I mean, Judith is probably one of my biggest customers. I'm not even joking. I don't know if you've ever heard me when I'm on air. She'll be texting me while I'm on air. "Ooh, could you order that ring for me?
Yeah.
I need that bracelet." I love it. Well,
As well she should because
as well she should. Yeah, no, but it's great. She loves the collection as much now as she did back then, and I think that's amazing, and it's quite a testament when the original designer and artist loves her collection all these decades later.
Mhm, mhm. That it's just it's a testimony to to her sophistication and timelessness. And people know the name Judith Ripka. People just do.
They absolutely do. I mean, time and time again, sometimes I'm always amazed. It's like anyone when I say my name, frequently, if I'm going into a store or if I'm making a reservation at a restaurant, someone will be like, "Ooh, are you by any chance related to Judith Ripka?"
I know. Hey, can I try that? I may I may change my last name to Ripka.
You never know. But yes, I mean, when you've been designing a collection that's been so well known and part of the industry for for 50 years, it's amazing. It really is amazing what she has built on her own. She put in a lot of grit, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears to build this brand. And the fact that it has this incredible longevity is remarkable. And I'm so proud of her, and I'm so proud to have been a part of building it with her for the past 30 of the 50 years.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's so exciting. This was I told Heidi, she knows this, but this was a dream come true for me because I've been following Judith Ripka for at I don't want to tell you how many years, but let's just say decades, decades, and following her from her stores to her on television, and just in awe. And then when I actually got to meet Heidi, I thought, well, this is kind of a bucket list thing. So, oh,
Well,
we're
I'm doing this with you. You know that.
well. It's a very special family. As I've said before, it is definitely jewelry royalty for sure.
Yeah. Thank you. We love our jewelry. We love the collection. We love doing what we do. And we love bringing it to everybody for everyone else to enjoy it and wear it and make it a special part of their lives. Because, like you said, it's about sentiment. It's about women making purchases that they feel good about themselves or being gifted pieces of jewelry that make them feel good. It's all about feeling good. We want women to be empowered, to feel great about themselves and to be able to walk out with their head held high and really love how they feel about themselves. And if a piece of jewelry will help you do that, we're happy to be a part of that.
And you get to enjoy it. That's the main thing. Christina's gonna be watching you for sure, and a lot of other people
Aw, thanks, Christina.
I'm gonna be watching. It's so fun. I was even thinking about this piece that I had purchased, and now I'm gonna get the B pin. I just love so much. But there's a girlfriend that I have that she's very affluent and has pretty much anything in the world she wants, and we're having dinner next Monday night. And I thought I'm gonna wear this because she'll be impressed.
Well, wear it because it makes you feel good
It makes me feel good. That's right.
and great on, and
Yeah.
it's a piece.
All the coin jewelry, everything you have. And I think the romance necklace to me is like if you own anything in jewelry, period, I think that's the place to start. That's me.
Absolutely. And that coin that you have comes off the chain that you're wearing, easily goes on that Verona romance necklace. And before we were talking about it, it also goes great on the estate bow pin. So
Gotta get that next for sure.
absolutely. But Sharon, I want to thank you for doing this with me tonight. I know it was a little haphazard since I literally just flew in, ran into my room, and threw this all together. And I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, Christina and Amy and Betsy and everybody else that's been on. So thank you. And yeah, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on JTV. And I have a week of shows, so I'm looking forward to it. They'll be
It's gonna be awesome. I'll be watching and I'll be texting you. So
you, and I'll be like, ooh, what did she want?
okay.
I want to hear everything that you like. And by the way, for anyone that's not aware, I usually have my phone up and open to the Judith Ripka Facebook page because it does stream there. So if you comment there, I will see it. And if I can, make a comment back to you or respond, I'm always happy to do that. But by all means, keep me company there.
Awesome. It's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great week.
It sure is. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Thank you again. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Yeah.
Bye, Heidi. Bye, everybody.